Okay, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. This is how my morning started, by reading the following title: Why Teachers, Parents, and Society at Large Have Destroyed Kids' Love for Learning. So that's how my morning started. And I didn't even wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So this is for the record, so that's why we're having the recorder on. When it comes to tests, I think it's very good for us to come on time. So that's the first rule, is that you should come on time and come early if possible. If you're not able to come on time or come early, or you're even going to miss, it's very considerate to let the teacher know and to let the front desk know. So if I may request that people who decide to be absent, the least you can do is just drop us a line. So put my name, and if you're going to miss the other class, put your other teacher's name, and then also CC the office, or CC seminary actually, because we have our own admin, which would be Sister Sarah Bacher and Jawad. So that's something that I would appreciate doing moving forward. I remember when I was in high school, I joined a basketball league before I joined the varsity team. And one time, either I didn't have transportation or my family couldn't take me to practice, I missed practice. The coach sent a very, very heartfelt message. And the word that I recall from it is that it is very inconsiderate of you not to let me know that you're not showing up to practice. I think that was like the first time I ever heard the word inconsiderate in my life. So as you can tell, it was ingrained in my brain. So I'm sharing this story with you all. This is like maybe 25 years ago or something, before you guys were born. So that's that. 3, if any of you require special accommodations during the exam, please also let me know. So some of you may not want to take the exam with everybody else. That's completely fine. I don't mind that. But you have to make your own time for the exam, as we said with the first exam. So I need to know your special accommodations. What I like to call those things are food allergies. You know, everybody has different types of allergies. So if you have allergies, let me know. This way, we don't have to call the ambulance every time we pass out a test. 4, if you are not ready to take the test, let me know. You don't have to take it. I'm the teacher, so I set the rules. Nobody told you must take the test today. We said today is a test. But open communication means you just let me know what's going on. So if I decide I can cancel the test altogether, I say, you know what? I think you guys are good. You studied? Did you study for the test? Yes. Okay. We're good to go. I can do that. Right? So I make the rules here. This is not like revelation. I don't have to get inspired to make these rules. So if you're not ready to take the test, you can request to be excused from taking the test. Okay? So I know that some of you joined us late, so I don't require you to take the test. Some of you did not listen to the videos because you were not attending in person. You're not required to take the test either, if you don't want to. Now some of you want to. Okay, you just want to get it out of the way. You're like, you know what? Let me just do this thing. Let me show you how I'm going to do. So do not intimidate me by your test-taking skills, please. I can't handle it. So if you decide to postpone your exam time, then you must take it on your own time, not on my time. And you just turn it back in. But again, my experience from last time is this was like such a strenuous process, because people said, okay, we're ready to take the exam, and then I never heard back from them again. And some people didn't even ask for the exam. I mean, whoever doesn't attend, the exams were mailed to them. But you have to make a request, like consent is important, right? You guys know about consent? So I can't just push something on you if you don't want it. even if I'm your teacher. That would be called what? Intellectual rape. So if you don't want to take the test, you don't have to take the test. And this leads me to the next point. Some of you received an email from me because I never received any work from you since the beginning of the school year. And I said, based on our policy, you qualify to be disqualified. You qualify to be disqualified. Means you can leave. However, we want you to continue to benefit and learn. So you have the option of remaining with us as an auditing student. But an auditing student does not have the same privileges as a 4-credit student. When you finish, you will get a certificate of attendance, not a certificate of completion. So that's an option for those of you who cannot put work in. I mean, this is a program and it's an academic program. So I know that maybe your other teachers have a different method, but I don't think I made it very difficult on you guys. And I never told you how much work to turn in. I just said turn something in, right? So I've noticed a lot of you, what you do is like those who turn work in. They'll just have a few lines from every day. But you know what? They have 17 homework assignments. I didn't tell you write an essay. I said write notes. Turn them in. Most of us like overanalyze things. I mean, you don't need to psychoanalyze me. You don't need to know a lot of things about me. Just do your job and let me do mine. Right? But what I enjoyed and I appreciated after that email is it actually prompted a lot of positive conversations. So people decided to make time and to come and sit and talk with me and inform me about their circumstances, and I really appreciate that, and I definitely thank those who have done that. Some of you did a preemptive strike. You knew that the test was coming up, so you set up an office hour appointment and told me what your preferences are, which is completely fine. And that's why we said we have office hours. So those options are still on the table. For those of you who do not wish to be under the stress of examination and the workload, because I understand you have other things in life. You're either studying or you're working or you're doing both. So we recognize your situation, but you have to communicate with us. Okay? If you communicate, that's great. Just be transparent. Let me know what you would want me to do to accommodate for you. That's all. I don't think that is asking too much. But I can't assume things. I told you, I don't like assuming things. But sometimes you're not leaving me any option but to assume that you care less about our program. You're not taking it seriously. You already know this stuff, so like you're just going through the motions. That's fine, but just let me know that. So that's basically as far as some logistical items are concerned. So if you do not wish to take the exam right now, we're going to have exactly 1 hour for this exam, from 8 to 9. If you don't wish to take it right now, or you have a specific preference, you'd like to take it on your own time, even if it's at home, I don't care. I trust you. I mean, we're Muslim. So you want to take the test, take it, to go. And mail it through FedEx or something. I don't know. So that's out there for you. So right now, who does not wish to take the test right now? Based on what I just said. Either you're not ready, or you joined late, or you're just not feeling good today. That's completely fine. Some people have anxiety whenever exams come up. That's completely fine. I told you guys I get sick before every Jum'ah, right? I start getting sick Thursday night in preparation, in anticipation. So that's fine. That's a human thing. I asked the doctor, I went to the doctor, I said, I got a problem. And I tell him this problem. He's like, yeah, throughout med school, that's how I was feeling every single day. He's like, it's normal. He gave me medication. He's like, I'll give you something to, like settle your stomach, because it's the stomach typically. Like some people, when they have anxiety, their stomach is a bit uneasy, making noises and stuff. So if any of you have that, let me know. No problem. So for those who do not wish to take it right now, you may walk out, inshallah. Don't make too much noise. Stay quiet. Stay in dhikr. Do your morning adhkar right now. Go to some app and do the morning adhkar. Pray for your teachers that Allah guides them, and pray for yourselves, and pray for your families, and pray for the ummah at large. The ummah at large, Muslim and kafir. You're like, how can you have kuffar in the ummah? Do you guys remember that part of the class? Do we have kuffar in our ummah or not? Huh?
Yes.
Yes? Oh my God, are you excommunicating Muslims? Okay. So I want you to make space yourselves out. So Bilal, I need you to move from Abu Bakr. All right. So we're going to have exactly 1 hour, inshallah. Anyone want to say anything before we start? So look, I did something even like beyond. So the first test, I had my own flavor to it. It's my own questions. This time, I thought, you know what? The first test, I noticed that many people were uptight about it. So this time, I wanted it to be neutral. So I'm taking Sheikh Farhan's test, which is basically exactly what the text has. No additions, none of my crazy stories, none of the tangents. You're not required to do anything with those things. So it's just that. All right? Anyone want to say anything? Bismillah. All right. So if you have any questions, come and talk to me, because we don't want to make it audible, but you should not have any questions. Like, answer what's in front of you. Don't assume anything. Say Bismillah and ask Allah's help. May Allah grant you all success in this life and in the next. And remember, this test does not decide your fate in the afterlife. So don't stress out too much. Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum. We'll be back at 9. You want to take the test?
30 more minutes. Is that enough time?
Up to you.
Quick at writing.
I'm quick at writing.
Sorry, say that again. Okay, got it. Okay, sorry. So,
That was only 8 to 9, so it's okay. Hold up.
Yeah.
So, why are other people not fine?
didn't want to take it today.
What other day you take it?
On your own time.
Okay, so this whole on your own time, is that office hours or?
On your own time.
That's very vague.
Yes. So you got to figure that out.
So we're just afraid to have them, so because my answers usually just get quick to that.
Okay. And just come at 9. Come back at 9.
Okay, so
Don't look here.
I
That's it. We'll discuss it when you come back. whatever was discussed in class, that's what you're, or whatever was in your printout. So I can't give you that answer. It would be answering it.
What would that be?
Just tell me what comes to your mind.
Not immediately.
If there is something else that you would like to be, also add that. Okay.
Sorry.
Is that like a clap of celebration?
Yes.
Okay. وعليكم السلام. Okay. Ladies, can you let Mariam know that we're back? I didn't see her outside. Okay. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. So for those of you who opted out of the exam, send me your time when you'd like to take the exam. Send an email and it will be sent to you by email. You'll be given 1 hour and you send it back. Simple as that. So you do that on your own time, not in school, because school is in session and this was the dedicated time for the exam. Is that clear? So you do that on your own time. If you need to explain the cause of your delay, feel free to do so. We said some students joined us late. Some students have not had a chance to catch up and watch the videos. So those are fine. I actually wanted to read this article with you all before we read this. So maybe that's what we should do right now. It shouldn't take too long. So I'd like to read and discuss, inshallah, okay? So this article is taken from the book Okay. This is the article. Bismillah. Who likes to read out loud? Who's not embarrassed to read out loud?
I can't even see.
You can't even see?
I can try.
Can anyone see? I mean, we can make it bigger, right? Can somebody help me make it bigger? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Who's our tech support? Go ahead.
You just
Make the text bigger. Oh, look at that. That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. But
it's be that simple either.
so before I read this, actually, I want you to consider, I can just do this, right? How smart is that? Okay, same thing?
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. Who would like to read? So this is the description of the book. Okay, how do I get rid of this junk?
You just gotta top
The X.
The X? I'm afraid X is like X-rated, and you push something on the internet that says X on it. You don't want to know what
It's a
happened.
hidden link.
You're going to want to press
Exit
the
this
two.
tab.
Huh?
Gotcha.
You're going to want to press the two for the gray one.
Press one.
The
And what about cookies?
Except? I don't want cookies right now. I'm borderline diabetic. If I have any cookies, it's going to be bad news. Okay, Bismillah. Who wants to read?
All right, I'll give a stab.
Go ahead.
Okay. In the tradition of Paul Tello's How Children Succeed and Wendy Vogel's The Blessing of Skinned Knee.
Of a
Of a
skin.
skinned knee? I'm just trying to figure out the skinned knee. Okay, this
I think that's when you fall and you skin your knee.
The groundbreaking manifesto focuses on the critical...
Slow down. This is not speed reading exam.
This groundbreaking manifesto focuses on the critical school years when parents must learn to allow their children to experience disappointment and frustration that occur from life's inevitable problems so that they can grow up to be successful, resilient, and self-reliant adults.
So these three things, these three descriptions are basically what people want to seek. But unfortunately, most people fail in achieving them due to certain bad habits that start in childhood. And again, this is the importance of parenting. Go ahead, somebody else. Dalen.
Modern parenting is defined by an unprecedented level of overprotectiveness.
We've heard that before. Overprotectiveness. What does that mean? Go ahead.
Parents who rush to school at the whim of a phone call to deliver forgotten assignments, who challenge teachers on report card disappointments, mastermind children's friendships, and interfere on the playing field. As teacher and writer Jessica Leahy explains, even though these parents see themselves as being highly responsive to their children's well-being, they aren't giving them the chance to experience failure or the opportunity to learn to solve their own problems.
Very good. This is the key here. They are not giving their children the chance to experience failure or the opportunity to learn to solve their own problems. The whole book is called The Gift of Failure. The Gift of Failure. Yesterday, one of the students in chaplaincy showed me a book called The Gift of Imperfection. Okay? Go ahead. Someone else. Ladies, you want to give it a try?
Overparenting has the potential to ruin a child's confidence and undermine their education, Leahy reminds us. Teachers don't just teach reading, writing, and arithmetic. They teach responsibility, organization, manners, restraint, and foresight. Important life skills children carry with them long after they leave the classroom.
So this is basically what we should be seeking from our teachers. Responsibility, organization, manners, restraint, and foresight. Why is that? Of course, that's not what people go to school for, correct? These are important life skills children will carry with them long after they leave the classroom. I told you a few days ago that I told my children, I don't send you to school so you can socialize. I want you to get an education. That does not only mean the information. And that's why the problem with a lot of educational systems is that what ends up happening is the child absorbs a lot of the things from that environment. Because they're spending so many hours with people that influence them. And the teacher, of course, spends more time with the child than their own parent does. Okay, someone else.
Providing a path towards solutions, Leahy lays out a blueprint with targeted advice for handling homework, report cards, social dynamics, and sports. Most importantly, she sets forth a plan to help parents learn to sit back and embrace their children's failures. Hard-hitting, yet warm and wise, The Gift of Failure is essential reading for parents, educators, and psychologists nationwide who want to help children succeed.
Okay, so also it's important for us as grown-up children, because eventually you're either going to be a parent or an educator or someone that deals with others, but also so you can understand where did you possibly not go wrong, but didn't achieve the greatest achievements. This is not to lay the blame on anyone, but to see where there were errors and to try to work on them. So this is the actual article from the book. So go ahead, Najib, start us off.
I've known the mother sitting in front of me at this parent-teacher conference for years, and we have been through a lot together. I have taught 3 of her children, and I like to think we've even become friends during our time together. She's a conscientious mother who obviously loves her children with all of her heart. I've always been honest with her about their strengths and weaknesses, and I think she trusts me to tell her the truth. And when she hits me with a concern that's been bothering her for a while, all I can do is nod and stall for time.
Next, someone else.
Mariana's grades are fine. I'm not worried about that, but she just doesn't seem to love learning anymore.
That's what the mom says. My child doesn't seem to love learning anymore. Okay?
She's absolutely right. I've noticed the same thing about her daughter over the previous 2 or 3 years I've been her middle school English, Latin, and writing teacher. And I have an answer right there on the tip of my tongue for what has gone wrong. Yet I'm torn between my responsibility to help Mariana and the knowledge that what I have to say is the truth. I'm not sure this mother is ready to hear.
So this is the case with many of us, right? Whenever we have conversations, you're going to try to do something. You're going to try to care for this person that has an issue, but at the same time you hold back because you don't know how this truth that you're about to share will be received. Not all people are ready to hear the truth. You know that line from the movie, I want the truth? Whoa! All right. Bismillah. I only saw the commercial. I don't even know that movie, but go ahead. Whatever. Another white man. Go ahead. Someone else.
The truth for this parent and so many others is this. Her child has sacrificed her natural curiosity and love of learning at the altar of achievement.
Do you guys remember what altar is?
Yes, sacrifice.
Wathan. I need you to say the Arabic word. Altar is the wathan. Actually, in Arabic, when you translate altar, it says al-madhbah. Because that's where you do the dhabiha, the dhaba'ih. Okay?
And it's our fault. Mariana's parents, her teachers, society at large, we are all implicated in this crime against learning. From her first day of school, we pointed her toward the altar and trained her to measure her progress by means of points, scores, and awards. We taught Mariana that her potential is tied to her intellect and that her intellect is more important than her character. We taught her to come home proudly, bearing as championship trophies.
Bearing A's, I think.
But
they didn't put the apostrophe.
Bearing A's at championship trophies and college acceptances. And we inadvertently taught her that we don't really care how she obtains them. We taught her to protect her academic and extracurricular perfection at all costs, and that it's better to quit when things get challenging rather than risk mirroring the perfect record. Above all else, we taught her to fear failure. The fear is what has destroyed her love of learning.
Okay. Muna.
I look at this mother with concern on her face, her eager pencil poised to write down her words of wisdom. I struggle to find a gentle way to explain the clearly nagging about points and grades, both perpetuates Mariana's dependence on her mother's tendency to problem solve and intervene on her behalf, and teaches her that external rewards are far more important than the effort Mariana invests in her education. Mariana is so concerned with pleasing her parents that the love she used to feel for learning has been crowded out by her craving for their validation.
The love she used to feel for learning, which is the mom's complaint. I don't think she likes to learn anymore. Where did that go? Has been crowded out by her craving for their validation. Because if you're not achieving, you're not that important. Okay? Next. Maryam, you want to give it a shot?
This mother's covering comes from a place of love, that's clear. She wants the world for her children, and yet the very things she's doing to encourage the sort of achievement she feels will help them secure happiness and honors maybe undermining their future success. Mariana is a very smart and high-achieving, and her mother reminds her of that on a daily basis. However, Mariana does not get praised for the diligence and effort she puts into sticking with a hard math problem or a convoluted scientific inquiry. If that answer at the end of the page is wrong, or if she arrives at a dead end in her research, she has failed, no matter what she has learned from her struggle. And contrary to what she may believe, in these more difficult situations she is learning. She learns to be creative in her problem solving. She learns diligence. She learns self-control and perseverance. But because she is scared to death of failing, she has started to take fewer intellectual risks. She has doubled writing rough drafts, and she doesn't like to hypothesize or think out loud in class. She knows that if she tries something challenging or new and fails, that failure will be hard evidence that she's not as smart as everyone keeps telling her she is. Better to be safe. Is that what we want? Kids who get straight A's but hate learning? Kids who achieve academically but are too afraid to take leaps into the unknown?
Bilal.
Mariana's mother was extremely successful in school and in business, and she knows the value of that hard work in her own life. Her mother allowed her to fail and play and learn for the sake of learning, but now that she's parenting her own child, she's lost sight of the value of struggle. She's too worried about Mariana's future achievements to allow her daughter to work through the obstacles in her path. She wants to give Mariana everything, and yet she forgets that her best childhood experiences likely arose from the thrill of facing challenge. From the moment she lost herself in the trying, and when she failed trying again to accomplish something all on her own, simply for the adventure and pleasure inherent in learning something new.
Mustafa.
So, I know this mom because she's just like me. And telling her the truth is hard, both because I'm afraid she'll get defensive and angry, and because it means I have to cope with all the same. I have to cop or cope?
I have to cop to.
Cop to.
Oh, I have to cop to all the same mistakes in my own parenting. Maybe it's
so. Look, just because he's pointing this out does not mean he's immune from it, right?
The teacher's a he.
She, sorry.
Okay.
The patriarchy hits again. I'm sorry. I assumed someone's gender. Go on. Don't judge me. Allow me to fail, please. Allow me to fail. See how defensive one gets? Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so maybe it's time to share some truth with her as I figure out where I went astray. And together we can help our kids rediscover their intellectual bravery, their enthusiasm for learning, and the resilience they need in order to grow into independent, competent adults. With a little luck, they will look back on their childhood and thank us, not just for our unwavering love, but for our willingness to put their long-term developmental and emotional needs before their short-term happiness. For our willingness to let their lives be just a little bit harder today so they will know how to face hardship tomorrow.
This is the most important part. Forget the luck part, because that's shirk. And then there's going to be another shirk on the last line. Go ahead, the last line.
I take a deep breath, cross my fingers, and tell her the truth.
More shirk. So skip the luck and the cross my fingers, but read this. They will look back on their childhood and thank us, not just for our unwavering love, but for our willingness to put their long-term developmental and emotional needs before their short-term happiness, instead of instant gratification. Allow it to come later, not right there on the spot. For our willingness to let their lives be just a little bit harder today, so they will know how to face hardship tomorrow. So, what do you guys think? What are some takeaways? Some things that screamed at you in this?
Good stuff.
Okay? Other than words of appraisal.
Yeah, I think the article hit a really, touched on a really good point. And I think a lot of us could probably agree that this type of parenting strategy of being overprotective has causes detriment to the child's future. My only kind of issue with a lot of these articles is that it addresses the problem, but the solution is still yet to be discovered.
So that's supposed to be in the book, right?
Okay.
Because this is a chapter, so look what it says. Has been excerpted from Jessica's new book, The Gift of Failure. So that's why we read the intro of the book first. So
I'm trying to tie this back in because I know this is talking about like development from a secular standpoint in terms of like school and secular education. But I'm also trying to look at this argument from like not an Islamic standpoint, but there's a lot of people I always hear that they would say, well, you know what, we've always been forced into the masjid. We grew up like continuously going to hifz with our shuyukh, and like we just were doing that because we were driven there and told to do so and did so, or And then like later on in life when there's just kind of like this open exposure, could be late high school or early college or whatnot, that just all the values or principles that they thought they were being brought up on just completely fell off of them, versus the kids that weren't really like they didn't have strict parenting in terms of the deen, and that they kind of had that wiggle room to fail and learn from their mistakes based off of just the common knowledge they had in terms of the principles and morals of the deen, and then eventually turned out to be more enthusiastic and outgoing for the religion and started pursuing knowledge. Because that's a common theme I see in the community, that people, I don't entirely believe in it, but it is an argument that's being made that, well, you know, you turned out this way because your parents weren't like always like on top of your head about religion. That's why you freely chose
it
to like, and you loved religion out of your own curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's some truth to that, absolutely.
I mean, there may be, but this is like the two extremes. Either the parent who doesn't care at all, or the parent who's like, they call them tiger parents or helicopter parenting. You gotta let them explore, but at the same time, you are responsible to direct them. That is your responsibility. In the end of the day, these people's welfare, spiritual, physical, mental, that's the ones who brought them into this existence. That's their responsibility.
I mean,
and that's what we will be judged on when we bring children into
you cannot
this
say
world.
like helicoptering, or the other extreme where it's just like, oh yeah, they just go do whatever you want. Not like that extreme, but meaning you're brought up with, you know, you're raised on good ideals and good principles from Islam, but your parents aren't the ones that like actively sign you up for Quran class or drive the distance to take you to a Quran class.
No, I understand what you said, but it depends why. Do they see value in it and they chose not to do it? That's the problem that we have.
But also the effect on the kids, because the parents might see value, but the kids see zero value.
Yeah, so the idea here is to allow the kid to see value in it. But the fact that the parent doesn't see value, that's a screwed up parent. Even if the kid turns out okay, being screwed for a period of your time, of your life, that stuff, you don't recover from it very easily, because those were your formative years. So if the formative years were spent in bad environments, that will impact you even if you think you're religious later on. So that's the parent's responsibility. But I'm looking at this from also an Islamic perspective, Islamic education, because that's what we're involved in here. That's what I care about. So you're already, you know, doing your own education. You either finished or you're still going through it. But what I'm interested in is how we learn Islam. And it's very nice that we're reading this the day we had the test. What is people's desire out of the program? Is it to get that degree and that award and you scored the highest? Or is it actually to comprehend and to see where you made the mistake? So knowing where you made the mistake and seeing, you know what, I knew that, but you know, I made a mistake. That's fine. But the point is to recognize that and to be allowed to do that. Something that spoke to me here is when they said, no longer thinking out loud in class. So I really appreciate when the folks online or someone in class says something. That's positive. I don't want to just dictate the conversation. You know, you can help me see things from a perspective that I'm not seeing. It should be a conversation. It shouldn't just be a one-way traffic, or a one-way street. So that's something that comes about also when people are always trying to be right. So I don't only want people here who are like yes people. They're like, yeah, whatever you say, mashallah, it's so amazing. No, tell me if you disagree and then what we can work on together. Of course, you should disagree. If you're not disagreeing, that there's a problem. Because you definitely don't have my experiences. You don't have my background. So if you're just saying this, one of our teachers used to say, whenever students go like this, that means they don't understand. This means I don't understand. So anyway, it's very interesting. We're having a discussion also in the Imam's list, and one of our brothers, mashallah, he is doing a PhD in education. So he said something very beautiful. He said that, you know, there are so many different learning methods. You know, like you got to find out what your best learning method is. Don't think that you have to learn one specific way. Everyone has their own keys. Just like your heart. Everyone has their own key to the heart. What may work with somebody doesn't work with everybody else. We spoke about this topic before when we spoke about love languages. So everyone has their own way of appreciating to be loved or validated or what have you. Okay, let's read in our book. Yes, Najib.
A comment I want to put on the article and the program itself. So one thing, especially in Czech, in our second period class, I know that what we've been studying isn't the same as Arabic, but so for instance, there is grades, and I know that we get a grade at the end of the semester, at the end of the year as well.
Yeah.
In our Arabic class, we have multiple quizzes.
Yeah.
And we know that it's graded and that we're being held accountable for it, but it's more of, at least from what I can understand of it, being able to know the words and being able to know the concepts and where comprehension, and it's attacked, for lack of a better word in my mind right now, in different ways. So sometimes we'll have quizzes where we write down, other times Sheikh Ahmed will quiz us verbally. All right, everybody close your books. What does this word mean? What does that word mean? Kamil, Maz, etc. And then other times he'll tell us, okay, do the i'rab of this verbally. Other times write it down. And it's always being
practiced,
like throughout. So we could, I know you mentioned that going forward you'd like to implement more quizzes, but if we could, I think that's a great idea, both verbally and like just writing.
Okay.
And then they could add up for us.
Okay, sounds good. Anyone else?
I could agree to that.
Slova?
So subhanAllah, I was actually, Cameron and I, we were preparing for the studying yesterday. And I actually mentioned to him, I was like, I think pretty much how it was with exam 1 and then also this today's exam. I was kind of just like, we get to the end of the material and then it's just like one nice, they call it, I guess, mother of all bombs, right? It's just like, right?
No, inshallah, it's not. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Islam is peace, remember?
So I just think, if it was broken up into like weekly quizzes where pretty much everything we studied the week before we get quizzed on, or maybe that was just like an idea that I had in my head.
Yeah.
But trying to like recollect or like study the entire material for like one exam. I don't know. I just didn't.
I also noticed like we kind of went on a break too with like Arabic. We used to take a lot of notes in the beginning of the year, like follow along, keep writing. It was really helping with the penmanship. We kind of just took a pause with that. So anything like written too in Arabic would definitely, I know that sounds hard, but it would definitely help with our penmanship and just learning Arabic. Which is really, really, really important.
Okay.
Do we get like extra credit on the test for writing things in Arabic?
Maybe.
She like smiling.
طيب. الحمد لله. وكان الناس يسجدون لهذه الأصنام وكان آزر يسجد لهذه الأصنام. What did we say yasjud means?
To bow.
Said to bow in humbleness. And sajada also means to worship. That could be a word as well. Like that could be one way to translate. Sajada yani abada. And that's why he says وكان آزر يعبد هذه الأصنام. So that's the manifestation of worship, is to bow down in respect to these idols. Okay, who would like to read for us? Next chapter. Bismillah.
وكان آزر له
ولد آزر. You got to read the title of the chapter.
Oh, sorry. ولد آزر, the son of آزر. وكان آزر له ولد رشيد جدا. وكان اسم هذا الولد إبراهيم. وكان إبراهيم يرى الناس يسجدون للأصنام ويرى الناس يعبدون الأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يعبدون الأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يعرف أن الأصنام حجارة. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع. وكان يرى أن الذباب يجلس على الأصنام فلا تدفع. وكان يرى الفأر يأكل طعام الأصنام فلا تمنعوا. وكان إبراهيم يقول في نفسه لماذا يسجد الناس للأصنام.
One more line. You don't have a line?
It just goes to
Okay. So you got to add this line.
which one's it?
وكان إبراهيم يسأل نفسه
I think yes.
لماذا يسأل الناس. The first one is يسجد الناس.
Yes, you do. Oh, interesting. Wow.
Second one is لماذا يسأل الناس الأصنام. Okay. Okay. Who got next? Go ahead, Najib.
ولد آزر وكان آزر له ولد رشيد جدا وكان اسم هذا الولد إبراهيم. وكان إبراهيم يرى الناس يسجدون للأصنام ويرى الناس يعبدون الأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يعرف أن الأصنام حجارة. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع. وكان يرى أن الذباب يجلس على الأصنام فلا تنفع. وكان يرى الفأر يأكل طعام الأصنام فلا تمنع. وكان إبراهيم يقول في نفسه لماذا يسجدون الناس للأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يسأل نفسه لماذا يسأل الناس الأصنام.
منى.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. قال المؤلف رحمه الله: وكان آزر له ولد رشيد جدا وكان اسم هذا الولد إبراهيم. وكان إبراهيم يرى الناس يسجدون للأصنام ويرى الناس يعبدون الأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يعرف أن الأصنام حجارة. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع. وكان يرى أن الذباب يجلس على الأصنام فلا تدفع. وكان يرى الفأر يأكل طعام الأصنام فلا تمنع. وكان إبراهيم يقول في نفسه لماذا يسجد الناس للأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يسأل نفسه لماذا يسأل الناس الأصنام.
إمام.
وكان
ولد آزر. رشيد. وكان اسمه وكان إبراهيم
يرى الناس يسجدون
للأصنام
ويرى الناس يعبدون الأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يقول أن الأصنام حجارة.
لا. يرى
يجلس على الأصنام
فلا تدفع.
وكان يأكل طعام الأصنام فلا تمنعه. وكان إبراهيم يقول
في نفسه no نفسه okay.
لماذا يسجد الناس للأصنام؟ وكان إبراهيم
يسأل
نفسه لماذا يسأل الناس الأصنام.
Daily.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. ولد آزر.
ولد آزر. You guys have تشكيل on it? Because mine doesn't. My print doesn't. No, because mine does not. So.
Doesn't?
I mean, you see it. Does it?
Yours has tashkil on it.
The title.
The title.
That's what I'm referring to, the title.
ولد آزر.
So ولد آزر is إضافة. مضاف مضاف إليه. Like Abdullah. Why is it آزر?
غير منصرف.
Good. Why غير منصرف?
It's not Arabic.
It's a non-Arabic name.
وكان آزر له ولد رشيد جدا. وكان اسم هذا الولد إبراهيم. وكان إبراهيم يرى الناس يسجدون للأصنام. ويرى الناس يعبدون الأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يعرف أن الأصنام حجارة. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تتكلم ولا تسمع. وكان يعرف أن الأصنام لا تضر ولا تنفع. وكان يرى أن الذباب يجلس على الأصنام فلا تدفع. وكان يرى الفأر يأكل طعام الأصنام فلا تمنع. وكان إبراهيم يقول في نفسه لماذا يسجد الناس للأصنام. وكان إبراهيم يسأل نفسه لماذا يسأل الناس للأصنام.
الأصنام. لا, not there's no لي.
الأصنام.
Yes, يسأل الناس الأصنام. Okay, I just thought of something here. I haven't really done much research about it, but it just came to my mind. And give it a thought. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when people embrace Islam, some of them take on what they coin as Islamic names. Of course, that's not a practice of Islam, because the Sahaba kept their names when they embraced Islam, except if the name had a specific bad meaning. But I just reflected over something. In the Bible, it says that Ibrahim had a different name before he became a prophet. His name was Abram, and then when he became a prophet, he became Abraham. in the New Testament, you have Paul, who's called the Apostle Paul. His actual name was Saul, and he changed it after he became what he coined a Christian. So I just thought that this actually may be taken from a biblical practice, but not necessarily an Islamic one. Which is very, very interesting actually, because now not only does this practice become not sunnah, but it also may become even worse, because it's an imitation of the ways of others. Again, it's very tough, and some of my teachers have taken Arabic names. But I usually tell people, don't just give a general rule and say this, because you don't know what each individual's experience is. So when African Americans specifically take on a name, there's more to it than simply taking on a different name, because of a lot of historical evidence, like a lot of historical experiences. So don't be too quick just because you learned this from me to point the finger and say they're mistaken. But I would suppose that if you have privilege and you've not been in a minority and you don't feel like your culture has been stripped from you, keeping your given name is the most proper way. Especially, I mean, this is across the board, which would include African Americans, but it is to honor your parents. To honor your parents. You don't want to dishonor your parents, and you don't want to break their hearts. And especially don't choose a name that's difficult for them to pronounce, because you're just going to make their lives difficult for no reason. Okay, so we'll continue with this. Some of you came late, but if you were prepared to take the exam today, you may take it after class. So for those who came late, so that would be 2 people who were studying together yesterday and reflecting over our class. So for those people who were studying together yesterday, if you want to take the test today and you have time after 11:30, I'm going to be here until 1. So come to the library, pick up your exam, and you have an hour, and give it back to me by 12:30.
I'm not going to be able to be here.
If you're not, no problem. Then you're going to do it on your own time, okay? Which is through email or what have you.
I emailed you earlier
Today?
Yeah.
Which email did you use?
The A.L.
So I didn't get anything from you, which says quite a bit, which means I haven't been receiving things from you. I hope you haven't been at 8:32?
Yeah.
Okay, no comment. No comment.
I say in the email, Jack, I'm on the way.
I can't read email while I'm working. That's illegal.
No, I was watching a live stream and you're on your phone.
I'm not reading email.
I know,
I'm reading the article that we just did in class.
Because you were overlooking the testing session, not as if you were on your phone, like distracting shit.
I was not overlooking. I let them be. Like if they wanted to cheat, they could have cheated all they wanted. Like I was in a different world. I was zoning out with this article.
No,
it's fine. I'll read it.
Okay. It's a work email.
No, but I checked my email to see if anyone sent an excuse. Only one person told me they're going to be absent.
Okay.
But you sent it at 8:32. That's like an hour after class started, right?
Yeah.
But it's okay. So I'm guessing you texted or you emailed as you were driving as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that again. I don't want your mom making dua against me.
Okay.
I want you to go back home safe.
Yeah, when it came to the changing name issues, I personally, because it was something that my parents were afraid of, that I was, when I accepted Islam, that I was,
gonna do?
No, just like in general, like they're afraid that I would keep going astray and becoming someone else and like separating them. And so, I figured changing my name wouldn't help with that at all.
Yes.
But also, I think it helps to show other people that we don't have to be like, we can be Western and Muslim at the same time. Or anything like that.
Yes, sir. But again, different people do it for different reasons. So, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Oh, that one. I thought we had yesterday.
That's chill.
rather not hear about it.
Don't be worried. Don't be worried. Okay. I think a lot of people overstudy. Really? I mean, it's good. We need to know the knowledge. That's true too. Like reading this article, I don't know if y'all actually thought these thoughts, but like studying at school, I've noticed that I've been more concerned about the grades I'm getting, but here it's like, oh, this knowledge should be, I should be learning this for my salvation. Yeah, essentially. Right. That's like a paradigm shift. Right. So I mean, I still have to like get in that mentality because even now, I expect to fall into the trap of just like, you know,
just knowing it for the test.
Knowing it for the test. Exactly. Yeah.
It's been a dream from September to now. Like, adjusting and whatnot. But it's good. Like,
Did you get the translation of this last sentence? Yeah. Yeah. What is
I had worship. I don't know if that's what it is.
What is it? Yeah. Or then it's worship, right?
I mean, it technically means like worship.
But in the context of there doesn't be worship kid. Okay. That makes sense in the sentence.
Then we heard Aaron 12 says he in worship and he enslaved. I don't think it's enslaved.
Aaron Tools.
I like this idea. It makes it easy for me. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but we're going to say the exact word.
Yeah, but he's been in he was heck no. Like for like regular average. Yeah. And not too like that means those to be every year. They go super every year. If you but yeah, I want to take that referee. Still better.
I didn't know there was going to be another session, another intensive with that same band. What's his name?
This one's different. His name's Moby Babe.
Oh, I thought it was the same dude. Okay, that's fine. So that's he's the guy that shared a few articles about. Yeah. I know Sheho is.
He wrote one on the study plan.
Yeah.
Muslim matters.
He's also written extensively on LGBTQ issues.
The only thing I'm afraid of is that this topic seems like this topic was encompassed in the one by Sheikh Umar or Dr. Sharif.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just looking at it on the surface.
That's true. I didn't remember a thought theme thing, but I didn't watch the live stream at all.
I didn't watch Saturday, but Friday's the hour. And Sunday. It's very to put things in the perspective.
Well, we have
But from what I heard, people were saying that it's Sunday. I always watch Sunday. Friday is Friday.
No, it's not here yet.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be.
that's his desk. No, like if you wanted to drop
Oh, I mean, yeah, I know, but I don't want to tell him, so it's not like, look at this.
We can tell him. We won't. We can tell him. We can relay information.
We definitely won't tell him that it's recording
It's Noel's birthday, so this is
It's his birthday too?
no, it's Noel's birthday. It's coming back to this.
It's my dad's birthday, and this is what?
Back to this is so this is for that.
Okay.
Does he know what my mom is?
That's me.
Oh,
You know what we are? This is middle school, right? This is middle school. Oh my gosh.
That's funny, dude. I was like, is that maybe it's his daughter or like?
His daughters are like 4 or 2.
She's bro.
Hilarious, dude. That's his desk right there. Like, oh no way. It's like, does he know Manal? Or just like, dude, we're just a bunch of jerks. No. I know exactly what you meant, but like it just sounded bad. I don't know why. Oh, that was funny, bro. It was good. It was good.
Oh, man. I think that's somehow no. That's so funny. And it's too far away.
Poor girls came in and know what to expect.
I wish they would come.
Now I want some cake. That would have been the
Go back and find Manal, dude.
Do we get something too?
Do we get cake?
It's 329. Oh, so you think I want to have an argument? Yeah. I think serious enough is just going to say, maybe have an interview before. Let's say you want to interview. Or they might go like pre-meeting on or something like that. No, I'm only Then I'm saying, I don't know, we might not be better than this. It depends how you relate it to the decision. And you feel like right up there. So patient. Like, look at your patient. Look at the
Yeah, she's all about it.
he's better than Griffin career-wise. Right now. Overall.
No, she
We got
was
rookies in the only thing that 2 years. I just want you to know with the same sort of first year, I think you like I would tell you I just need balls out. Second year you just completely like became a bone. You just got lost. Maybe just like return it again in the three. So it's been good 3 years. What's really good? Looks like that's a better career. Yeah.
especially this semester. And she's not just like that. Yes, yes, she does that too. Oh, really?
Some goes like and you're waiting for the he's patient. He's just like waiting for the what? That's what he needs to bring a yeah. No, I know, it's going to the ground. You just broke the bottle. You got like a weird thing like
That's possible. He just took the Cowboys.
That's for you.
Allah.
A student came in and it was her birthday. She wanted to give you something.
A student?
Manan.
Three. She came in and told us to tell you that it was Manal's birthday, and so we asked who Manal was, and she said she was Manal.
Honestly, she came into it, and for some reason we all went into troll mode. I don't know what happened, but she did not come out happy. It was just.
It was bad.
It was good. It was actually really funny. We had a good time.
How's your hadith exam? It's alright? Huh?
Except for those who took it.
Except for those who took it?
He gave us an option to extend.
Oh.
That's for those who didn't feel prepared.
Who didn't take it?
I knew.
Yeah, that excuse is gonna get old very quickly.
So maybe you have to put forward to that.
Huh?
We read an article about like parenting and teaching and stuff like that. We read it all together in class.
Today?
Like after the English.
What was it about?
You could just ask.
Huh?
So you could just ask him.
Why don't you guys just tell me?
Oh, I need to.
Huh?
I saw your email as I was driving.
Ah. You were checking your email while driving.
Huh?
That's reassuring. I don't know why. I don't know. It's strange.
Do you want me to just email it to you?
Huh?
Do you want me to just email it to you? Or?
Yes. Yeah. Just please email it. But you have it, right? I mean,
Yes.
yeah. Was I right about the quiz 6 one? Like whatever? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Okay, I don't want these. She's not here? So what was the Abdullah? What's the article about? Summarize.
Okay, let me collect my thoughts real quick.
Huh?
So let me collect my thoughts.
It was essentially how we don't give. We teach children to fear failure, and so they don't grow fully or they don't mature properly in terms of.
It wasn't the article about grades, right? Like there's an article that I was reading today about grades on the Atlantic. No?
Yeah.
The one on the Atlantic?
So it was an excerpt from a book, yeah, about grades and
The author's lady.
Huh?
The author's name is Lady.
the daughter wanted to.
Mariana.
How teachers and parents are like
Yeah.
ruining learning.
Taking away children's love of learning.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to love Arabic. So yesterday now.
I don't know if I should feel
Mother and father.
I don't know if I should feel touched that when you read the article you thought about me. Or I don't know if I should feel
Made sense. We should have went to those young
I know.
She wanted to draw more. Like she wanted to draw a star or a heart on Iman's paper. I was like, that's enough right now. Like, really, that's enough right now. Nothing. I was. No. So I was correcting papers last night. So my daughter was like, I want to hold the pen. And I was like, no, I gotta hold the pen. But then like she needed to write. So after I corrected, the first paper I corrected was his. And she's like, Baba, I want to draw a happy face. I was like, Messi. So she drew a happy face on Mustafa's paper, so I made a note like, hey, Sumaya Ahmed drew this happy face, I didn't do this, right? Then when I got to your paper, using the next paper, and I get halfway through, she's like, Baba, I want to draw a star, I want to draw a heart. I'm like, well, let me finish. Right? And then I distracted her long enough to just continue finishing. I apologize.
I honestly, I actually feel kind of special connection.
By the way, just so you know, I had to hold her hand when she drew the happy face, just because I was worried. And I know if she drew the happy face without me holding her hand, it wouldn't have come out like that. did I see that on? The article was the one on the Atlantic, right? Oh my God. Who stepped out right now? Okay.
Let's get started.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين. Don't hate me, alright? Take out a sheet of paper.
How many do you think you'll need, Cher?
Huh?
How many do you think we'll need? I'll start with one. Even last night, like, I should keep a notebook in my backpack, but like, I'm like, no, I think I really do that again. It's too bad. 2 days in a row.
Give me a second. Allahu Akbar.
No, where is it? La ilaha illallah. Oh no. That's not gonna work. Okay. Can you guys see the board?
Yes.
Yes? Yes?
Yes.
You guys have a sheet of paper? Yes?
Yes.
Alright. Get to work. Just fill in the blanks. Yeah, so you should know it. You're right, you just did it. And I need to pick something where you can't say I'm new, right?
What chapter is this?
It's whatever chapter we're on. I don't know, 15, 16, something.
Can we use our books?
Huh?
We can use our books.
No, no.
Is this like a...
No, you can't use your books.
Oh, snap. I did not know that.
Fill in the blanks with the 5 nouns, right? The 5 nouns. هذا, هذه, هذان, هاتان, and هؤلاء.
Just the word, we don't have to write the
Don't rewrite the sentence. Don't rewrite the sentence. Just write in the answer. Remember to pay attention to grammar. And remember that some of them can have more than one possible answer, right? Just that use the right one and use it grammatically correct.
Mona, you done? Yeah. Anyone else done? Abu Bakr, you done? Mustafa, you done?
No.
Done? guys, are you still working? 1 minute. There's 6 more right here. You guys should have known that if you did the exercise. I'll give you a full 2 minutes for these 6. Is it haram? Is it haram? Hope it's clean. I'll get this. Anyone that you need help reading anything from? Can't see them? No?
Need help doing from the death.
Alright, I said 2 minutes, it's been 2.5. Done, Abu Bakr? No? Mariam done? Mustafa done? Alright guys, 30 seconds, come on. Abdullah done? Najib done? Abu Bakr done? La ilaha illallah. It's either Abu Bakr or Abu Bakr or Abi Bakr. Come on. How many possible answers are there? Alright, stop. Alright, let's go through them. Number one, Maryam. أخوك عالم كبير حموك عالم كبير أخوك حموك عالم كبير. Right? أبوه أخوه. Right? As long as you picked one of either Abu, Akh or Ham, right? And it was attached to a مضاف إليه. Right? Cool. Number two, Najib. قادم. Which means?
If only your...
Not if only, like perhaps.
Oh, perhaps your...
If only is used for later.
Perhaps your in-law...
Father-in-law is coming today. Perhaps your father-in-law is coming today. لعل أباك حماك حماك أخاك أباك أباه أخاه. Right? As long as it was used in Ab, Akh or Ham, and it was used in the mansub form with an alif added to mudaf ilayh. Number three, Abdullah. Spell it. Yes. احترمت ذا الخلق. احترمت ذا الخلق. I showed respect or I venerated ذا الخلق, a possessor of manners, meaning a possessor or someone who had good manners. ذا الخلق, because it's the مفعول به. Right? Number four, Mona. أنت أكبر من أخيك or حميك. أبيك would be wrong. Okay, Abika would be wrong because the meaning wouldn't make sense. Okay, but أنت أكبر من أخيك أخيه أخيها. Right? Huh? أخيكي would be wrong too. Right? Huh? Because أنت أكبر من أخيك. Right? So if you put أخيكي, right, it's wrong. Number five, Abu Bakr. رأيت أباك حماك أخاك أخاها أباها. Right? So many options. Huh? No.
How would you say I saw my father?
You would use Abi. You would use Abi, but it wouldn't be like you wouldn't be using one of the five nouns. Does that make sense? Because of condition of using the five nouns, meaning using the five nouns that are marfu' with the waw, mansub with the alif, majroor with the ya, is that they're not attached to ya al-mutakallim. So you would still say رأيت أبي في المطار, but it would be أبي مفعول به منصوب بفتحة مقدرة هو مضاف. So رأيت أباه أخاه حماه, so on and so forth. Number six, Mustafa. ليت أبا زينب رحيم. Like if only the father of Zainab was merciful. ليت أخا زينب, ليت حما زينب رحيم. Either حما or أخا or أبا. Good. Number five, Maryam. إن لي أخا ذا خلق كريم. ذا خلق كريم. One answer. إن لي أخا ذا الألف خلق كريم, which means noble manners.
Why is it two?
Huh?
Why is it two?
Why is it mansub? Because it's a sifa for akh. ذا خلق كريم, right? You're describing the brother. You're describing the akh, right? And akh is mansub, and the sifa has to agree with the thing that it's describing.
Where's the lawful phrase? Is there any lawful phrase in the sentence?
Yes. ذا خلق. ذا خلق. كريم is sifa to khuluq. And ذا خلق كريم is essentially it's describing akh, right? So that is mansub because it is describing. Huh?
What was the footnote for?
What was the what?
The footnote?
The footnote was exactly that. The dhu also occurs as an adjective, in which case it is in agreement with the noun preceding it, in case according to the general rule. So that dhu can be used as a sifa. If it's used as a sifa, it's going to be in the same state as akh. Akh is mansub, so that you're going to make it mansub. Okay. Iman number 8. Number 8, Maz. Number 8, Bilal. Number 8, Mustafa.
Abi al-Karami.
Eh? Najib. ذو الكرم محبوب في قومه. ذو الكرم, the person of nobility or generosity, is beloved to his people. ذو الكرم, ذا الواو, محبوب في قومه.
Would Abu Karami still work technically? Karam is the name.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Can you do that? But you don't add al with the name, right?
No, you can. You added Abul Karami, the father of Karam. Sure.
I mean, I put
That is like a stretch, but sure. Sure, like.
It could be a kunya, you know?
This is so you guys don't like say, oh, he's too hard and this and that. Like, that's just a stretch, but whatever.
What if it's a kunya?
Yeah, sure. That's why I said sure. Alright. Number 9, Mona. هذا المال لذي الحاجة. This wealth or this money belongs to the person in need. Number 10, Abu Bakr. نعم أقرأت سيرة أبي بكر رضي الله عنه. Number 11, Najib. نعم ذهبت إلى ذي العلم ذا الياء. ذهبت إلى ذي العلم وسألته. Number 12. Number 12, Bilal. Number 12, Abdullah.
خالد شجاع لكن أخاه جبان.
خالد شجاع لكن أخاه or أباه or حماه. The dhamir had to be who. Okay, the dhamir had to be who, and then you have to choose either hamahu or akhahu or abahu.
What is the meaning of Jaban?
Jaban, sorry, Khalid is brave, but his brother is a coward. Number 13, Mona. قدمت عائشة الشاي لأبيها. The dhamir had to be ha, but you could have went with أبيها, أخيها, or حميها. But the dhamir had to be the ha. Iman 14.
I didn't get that.
Maryam 14. Huwa dhu malin, he is a person or possessor of wealth. Lakinna hamahu, the dhamir had to be who? Had to be who? Now the word could have been حماه أخاه or أباه. So لكن حماه أباه أخاه فقير. Fifteen, Mustafa. ذو مغفرة. Don't add alif lam.
ذو مغفرة واسعة.
نعم. علمت أن الله ذو مغفرة واسعة. I recognized, learned, or knew, acknowledged that indeed Allah is a possessor of vast forgiveness. Because it's the khabar of anna. Sixteen, Abu Bakr. You didn't get that one? Najib, 16.
أبوك رحمك فهو جدير بعطفك.
That would work. Abuka, akhuka, or hamuka. Your father, your brother, or your father-in-law is rahimuka. What did we say rahimuka means? Your kin. Your kin, like he's your family. فَهُوَ جَدِيرٌ بِعَطْفِكَ. So he is like worthy of your gentleness and your kindness. 17. So, was that 17? 17. Abdullah.
زيد غائب اليوم لأن أباه مريض.
نعم. زيد غائب اليوم لأن أباه مريض. The ضمير had to be who. You could have went with أباه or أخاه. 18. Maryam. ليت أبانا رئيس وزراء الباكستان. Only if our father was the Prime Minister of Pakistan. ليت أبانا أخانا حمانا أباه أباك. Right. You could even went with ليتني. You could have even went with ليتني. Like if only I were رئيس وزراء الباكستان, that would have worked. ليتني. Oh, sorry, we have to. Sorry, we use Asma al-Khamsa, right? I'm trying to think. Okay, we're not just filling. Okay, so sorry. Later, abahu, akhahu, hamahu, so on and so forth. 19, Dalen.
سمعت أن أخا زيد مسافر اليوم.
I heard that the father of Zayd is traveling today. Aba Zaydin or Akha Zaydin is traveling today. 20. Abdullah. قرأت في القرآن قصة ذي القرنين. I read in the Quran the story of ذي القرنين. The story of ذي القرنين. ذال يا. One second. في النعت. الله. All right, get to work. Huh? Just fill in the blanks. With suitable adjectives bearing in mind the rules of the adjective and the noun modified by it.
Any answer to?
If you don't have writing in your book, can you just look at it
If you don't have writing in your book, can you just look at it
in your book?
in your book? Yes.
What pages?
104. That's if you don't have writing in your book.
Did you say 104?
Uh,
The old book.
oh. يعني it's a Sifa chapter, so it's chapter 10.
83.
83. Interesting. Alright guys, get to work. Most of you have it written down, so please close your books if you have it written down. Even if you have it partially written down, close your books. Don't write down the entire sentence. Just
Can we ask for a meaning of a word in the text?
Huh?
Number 5. What's the key?
I'll give you that one. الماء صحي. صحي. Anyone? Huh? Healthy.
Healthy?
Huh? Pure water. Pure water is healthy.
Yes. Why is it so dark over there?
Probably another light that isn't turned on.
Or did the sky just get really dark? Yeah, it's about to rain. It's not raining yet, right?
Not yet.
Huh?
So it's all in tests.
Looks like night over there. Anyone done?
What's al-ghusni?
Al-Ghusni. Mustafa, tell her what Al-Ghusni is.
I have no idea on top of my head right now.
Really? Okay. Just wait. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, what?
Branch. I have to read the context.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair. Ahsan Allahu ilayk.
Number 7.
How should I answer this question? Maybe there's a chance that when you were a kid, someone advised you in life to eat one every day. That's all I'll tell you. iPhone. He's trying to sell you his iPhone, bro.
I'm not even iPhones.
Okay. Taylor, drop it.
Nice. Yeah. Sweet. Thank you, Taylor. Your apple's already eaten. All the things are just so beautiful.
Man, if someone gets number 9 wrong after yesterday, la ilaha illallah.
I'm actually worried about that.
Number 9 is basically from yesterday. Huh?
Masculine or feminine?
What?
Ta'irun?
Masculine.
Anyone done besides Mona? Maryam, you done? Abu Bakr, you done? Huh? Two left? Allah Akbar. Good.
Can you use Muntafer for Jibal?
This is a better word. Allah. Guys, the mercy is coming down. Ask Allah to inspire you with answers. Make dua. One of the best times to make dua is when rain comes down. Ask Allah for answers. In this life and in the next. The small answers and the big answers, huh? That's all you care about. That's all you care about. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a bit. So those that are done, hoping everyone is done with the first 8. Ooh, okay, we're going to have to... If you can't read one of them, I'll read it for you. So let's just see how many there are. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, you know what? We'll just do up until 20. Anyone past 20 yet? No? Okay. Huh? Okay, so we'll just do to 20.
Oh, that kind of video.
Everyone done? Mustafa, you done? Oh, Akbar, Mona, you done? Maryam? Abdullah, you done? You gotta go, right? Of course. Go. Just, sure. Okay, you did that? Okay. No, don't turn it. 18 minutes. وعليكم السلام. Okay, 1 minute, guys. 1 minute.
What does Tijaru mean on Allah?
Merchants, the merchants. The traders. What? Anyone still working? Dalen, you done? You are done?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's start correcting. No more writing answers. Number 1, Mona. هذه وردة حمراء. Correct. Maryam, what do you have? هذه وردة جميلة. Mustafa, what do you have?
هذه وردة كبيرة.
Sure. Dalen?
جميلة.
جميلة. Iman? Good. Maz?
جميلة.
Good. Okay, so as long as it makes sense. Number 2, Abu Bakr? جميلة. Dalen? سهلة. Iman? صعبة. Maryam? Yeah. Okay. Maz?
I don't know if this will make sense, but جيد.
Jayyidun?
No.
Yeah, I was using Jamilatun too much. You switch it up.
So it had to be feminine and it had to make sense too. Okay. Number 3, Dalen.
الثوب الأزرق
الثوب الأزرق ناعم. The blue garment is soft. Mona, what do you have? الأبيض. The white thobe is soft. Abu Bakr?
الثوب الجميل.
Huh?
الثوب الجميل.
الثوب الجميل. الجميل. Yeah, makes sense. الثوب الجميل ناعم. Mustafa?
الأسود.
الأسود. Dalen?
Sorry with me.
Oh, great. Iman? Huh? النظيف. It would have to be الثوب النظيف. الثوب النظيف. The clean garment is ناعم. So, as long as it made sense and it had alif lam in it. Number 4, Bilal. Number 4, Abu Bakr. Mu'minatun Maz.
صالحات.
Salihatun Mustafa.
صالحات.
Dalen.
رحيمات.
Maryam. Qanitatun. Yani anything basically, right?
That is not mahbuta, right?
No, it's a normal ta.
Okay. Dylan has nice handwriting. Inshallah.
What happened here? الثوب الأسود. Mustafa, come here real quick.
I'm going to translate the hieroglyphics.
What does it say? الثوب ال
أسود.
It says aswad, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, just okay, good. What does 4 say?
Jamilatun.
Jamilatun, right?
Jamilatuna.
That's definitely wrong. Okay, I'm gonna let you correct the rest of this, cause
Okay.
this is Abdullah. Okay, so you do the best that you can. Good. Number, huh?
It's 2019, Sheikh.
Number 5, Mona. الماء البارد صحي. The cold water is healthy. ماشي. مريم. الخالص.
Nice. It has the flows.
You said pure.
Sure. What do you have?
النظيف. النظيف.
النظيف. You could have went with الماء النقي صحي. Okay, Mustafa, what do you have?
Same thing as daily. النظيف.
النظيف صحي. Okay, sure. يعني 5 loosely, whatever you have, as long as it makes sense. As long as it makes some sense. Number 6, Najib.
أنهما رجلان صالحان.
Couldn't read it, right? What?
النقي.
النقي.
Yeah.
Good.
It's good.
النقي, yes.
النقي?
Pure.
Oh, nice.
Pure.
Yeah, well.
No. ألف نون قاف ياء.
He put yeah, well.
يعني مشي حال. النقي, you got the word right.
Then it could be laced with chemicals, you know, it's still clear.
Huh?
Water is not healthy if it's laced with chemicals. It's still going to be clear though.
Who said clear?
Nothing is clear, right?
No, but it also has a meaning of something being pure. Number 6, Maryam. Antuma.
Antuma Radulani Kaslani.
Huh?
Radulani Kaslani.
لا كسلاناني. مريم. منى. لا same one. صادقاني. نجيب. صالحاني. أبو بكر. كبيراني. إيمان. ها؟
Wafiyani, both of you are two loyal men. Good. Mona, I know you're excited about number 7, so number 7. أكلت تفاحة لذيذة. Dalen?
حمراء.
حمراء. Sure. Mustafa?
I put لذيذة, and then Abdullah's is.
لذيذة is wrong.
Okay.
Because it should be mansub.
Okay.
And Abdullah's is لذيذة, right? What's Abdullah's? طازجة.
It's more like طازبا.
Is it have a ta marbuta?
It's like طازبا.
Okay. If it doesn't look right, don't mark it right.
For sure.
Okay, so you guys get the point. أكلت تفاحة لذيذة حلوة حمراء. Number 8, Maz.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
See, I mean, if you just think, if you guys have a hard time reading your own answers, think about how difficult it is for me.
الكبير راسب. That's what I said.
الطالب الكبير راسب.
The big student, Sheikh. I don't know if you lived outside.
No. Najib.
الجديد.
الطالب الجديد راسب. The new student is failing. Good. Dalen.
الغائب. Is that Canadian?
الطالب الغائب راسب. The absent student is failing. Yeah. Maryam. الجديد. Abu Bakr. Huh? المجد. Okay. Guys, you know, like one of the obvious answers here would be like الطالب الكسلان.
Yeah, I gotta do
راسب.
one. Gotta do one
What?
right here. So Abdullah's was الطالب الناجح راسب.
No, it doesn't work.
What about الطالب الغبي?
I mean,
Yes, الطالب الغبي, الطالب السفيه راسب.
What if you're saying like he's typically successful, but hey, this time he's not doing very well.
Yeah.
Number 9, Iman.
What happened?
Should be كثيرة. أبواب كثيرة. منى. مفتوحة. مريم. كبيرة. Najib. Like no one went with كثيرة. Like it was just on the. I mean, all the.
Me and Abdullah got كثيرة.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Good. Number 10, Abu Bakr. في السماء نجوم. In the sky are stars that are. Yes. Huh? كثيرة. Najib. كثيرة. Huh? Should be مضيئة. Should be feminine. لامعة. منيرة. Mona, what do you have? لامعة. Good. التجار. Dalen. المجتهدون ناجحون. Mustafa.
I put التجار round 11. العراقيون.
العراقيون. Good. Abu Bakr. المتقنون. Iman. 11. Huh?
I don't know if it's the right one. Actually, just
No. That would be al-umana'u. Yes.
There's such a word as muttahiduna, or
I think it's English.
there's no G.
I think he was going for mujtahiduna, but I saw that too. That's why I gave you that paper. No offense,
I
Abdullah.
don't even know if that's a cast.
We love
Yeah,
you.
I'm super. No, you know why it's a calf? You know why it's a calf? Because look over here, you try to put a paw.
So, okay. التجار الصادقون العراقيون المصريون الصالحون ناجحون. Number 12. نجيب للصالحين وجوه.
لينونة.
ها؟ لينونة. الله أكبر كبيرة. أبو بكر. ها؟ لامعون. وجوه inanimate object يا جماعة. وجوه. منى. ناظرة يا أبا بكر. وجوه يومئذ ناظرة. 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 That's what you put, right? You said ناظرة. ناظرة منيرة لامعة. ها؟
منورة.
منورة.
So describing inanimate objects, you do it with the it becomes
Single feminine. Always.
What about منيرة?
Huh? No, منيرة is wrong.
Oh wow. Sorry,
Does
ruining his life.
Huh?
I didn't think a face was an inanimate object for some
وجوه
يومئذ
يومئذ مسفرة.
مسفرة. Is that what you put?
مسفرة.
Okay. Number 13, Maryam.
على الغصن طائر صغير.
Yes. Mustafa.
With the opposite.
كبير.
كبير.
Mustafa. Maz.
This is 12.
Yes. No. 13.
And then, yeah, I didn't do this one.
Abu Bakr. Jamilun. You get the point. 14. Dalen. Al-Junudu, the soldiers.
الشديدون.
Should be Al-Ashidda'u.
الشداء.
Al-Ashidda'u.
Abu like irregular.
Mona. Al-Muslimuna. Sure. Maryam. Sometimes I want you guys to mention your wrong answer so we can all, have. Huh? No. Mustafa?
مؤمنون مسلمون.
Yeah, as long as it has
Yeah,
al and it's plural.
yeah.
So al-mu'minuna, al-muslimuna, al-aqwiya'u. You know what I've noticed? Like when you get exercises like this, like the adjectives become hard. Not the word, but like what? What can I put here? I don't know why it happens. I'm telling you from experience. I'm not like.
You're trying to think of more adjectives.
Like you're thinking more adjectives, right? You're like,
But
what?
not
What?
used.
Like what can I use here?
You overcomplicated.
Right? But like al-junud, al-mujtahiduna, right? There's so many, right? Anyways, number 15, Najib.
تلك الجبال كبيرة بعيدة.
No. تلك الجبال. You gotta describe al-jibalu. Abu Bakr. Al-kabiratu. Mona. Allahu Akbar. I was hoping someone put ash-shamikhatu. Ash-shamikhatu.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Mustafa.
الجبال الخاشعة. Because why not, right? That works, right? الخاشعة.
Hey.
No.
ليش يا شيخ؟ وين القرآن وين البندم؟
Yani you talk about mountains like you go around talking about mountains like that.
I don't know, man.
You don't do that. تلك الجبال القريبة تلك الجبال البعيدة. Oh, it says بعيدة. تلك الجبال الكبيرة الصغيرة. Number 16, Najib.
الأسد. المجتهدين.
Good. الأساتذة المجتهدون مصريون. مريم. Making a plural. الكريمون. No, الكرماء. Mona. الرحماء. Abu Bakr? Al-Jududu. Good. The new teachers are Egyptian. Najib? Ask you? No? Okay. Maz, you have anything?
For 16, no, I do not. But I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Why does Abu Bakr's answer make sense here? That's that you're describing the teachers, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's the plural.
It's a broken plural. Al-Jududu.
But can you describe a broken plural with that is feminine in this case?
It's not feminine. It's also a broken plural.
So you can describe a
Ustadh.
broken plural with a broken plural adjective, but also a sound masculine plural adjective. An adjective that's sound masculine plural.
Yeah. So look, al-asatidatu is a broken plural, right? That's talking about human beings, right? Jadidun is a description, which means new, right? It's plural. It's plural when we're talking about human beings. Will be al-jududu, right? If we're talking about inanimate objects, it would be jadidatun. Clear?
Sorry, come again? Sorry, I think it was my fault.
Al-asatidatu means teachers.
Sorry.
It's a broken plural.
Okay.
The singular is ustadhun.
Yes.
Okay? One ustad, al-ustadu, he would be al-jadidu, the new teacher. Okay? Multiple teachers, al-asatidatu, will be al-jududu.
I can't say al-jadiduna.
Al-jadiduna is not a word.
Or can we say al-mu'minuna?
Yes, yes.
So you can use sound.
So
Yes, you can use a sound masculine plural to describe. Yeah, it just has to be the correct one. It goes back to what does the word mean. Number 17, Abu Bakr. نعم البيتان في شارعين ضيقين. منى ضيقين. إيمان. مريم. Sure. بعيدين. مصطفى. Dalen.
واسعين.
واسعين.
Same as that. I'm trying to do it.
أعانك الله. Number 18. Najib. في هذه القرية, in this village, بئراني, there are two wells that are مفيداني, that are beneficial. Bismillah. Sure. واسعاني. Mona. Huh? مليئاني. Abu Bakr. كبيراني. صغيراني.
Yeah, dude.
Huh?
كريماني.
كريماني? No.
Generous wells.
كريم.
They're not generous. You don't describe wells as generous.
What about Safirani?
Huh?
Safirani?
What about Zamzam? Is that not Kareem?
Mubarak. No, not Safirani. Okay. Number 19. Mustafa.
What was going through Abdullah's head? Bismillah. Number 19. Bismillah. الزوجة الصالحة
نعم.
نعمة من الله.
الزوجة الصالحة. Abu Bakr. الصالحة. Okay, good. Number 20. الفوز محقق للرجال. منى. المحسنين. الفوز means victory. What's محقق mean, Mona? Guaranteed, established, confirmed. للرجال المحسنين, for those like men, those basically men that when they do things they excel. Najib. المؤمنين. Good. Dalen.
الصادقين.
الصادقين. And Abu Bakr. الصالحون. الصالحين. Good. So there was 20 and then 20 after it, so there were two sets of 20. There was a total of 40, right? Put at the top how many you got, right?
Sheikh.
Yes, sir.
Number 16.
Mm-hmm.
If I put Astaminatu.
Who put that? No, it's wrong. Al-asatidatu is it's not ustadhatun.
What?
You would describe it with the masculine plural.
Oh.
For 16, I accidentally misread it as singular, so I put singular.
Ustadhatu. You use a masculine.
Al-asatidatu is a broken plural,
Uh-huh.
right? Which generally includes, like, it's encompassing of male. So you wouldn't describe it with a feminine plural.
Butchered the first half.
So please put at the top how many you got out of 40. So what you do is you subtract the number you got wrong from 40. If you need help doing that, I can assist you.
Can we use the adjective to describe how we did on the...
Huh?
Can we use the adjective to describe how we did on the quiz?
Yeah, by the number 40, use an adjective to either describe yourself or the teacher or the exam or how you did.
Okay. 1, 2.
We're gonna have another quiz tomorrow.
No.
Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Huh?
Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
I said Monday was the quiz, right?
What did we say?
Monday.
You said Monday was a quiz? I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yuma, what pages did we add for the vocab?
107, 108.
Just those two, right?
Yeah. Those are the ones that we agreed upon.
7 and 8?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, and we said Monday, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'll let you guys out early today. جزاكم الله خير وصلى اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Anyone here from Muhammad Abu Ramadan?
That's the life.
Muhammad Abu Ramadan, how you doing? We're looking for you. Hoping you're doing well.